Hello, Tim from Fairplay Now on the 8th of January 2024. So this little thought has been prompted by an email that I read this morning, and it reminded me of a conversation I had on New Year's Eve. What we did then, me and Lorraine went up to my mum's to spend the evening with her and to see in the new year with my mum, and all very pleasant. But one of the things that she asked me at some point during the evening was, are you going to be doing this dry January thing? And I kind of replied to her, to be honest with you, January would be the last month, the absolute last period of time when I'd do a dry month. If I was going to do anything like that, I would do it in my own way, in my own time, and not when everybody else does it, and certainly not when the mainstream media tells me to do it. I've always been like this, pretty much all my life. I've always been, why is it that when people are told to do something, that's when they do it? Lorraine and I, apart from maybe the first year or two when we first started going out, but pretty early on, we've never celebrated or done anything for Valentine's Day. Again, you know, if I'm going to show my wife that I love her and appreciate her, I'm going to do it in my own way and in my own time, and not when I'm told to do it by the media and mainstream society on the 14th of February. So, you know, this is a personality trait of mine, and it's followed through with so many different things as well over the years and over the decades. I've always thought, you know, when people have gone absolutely mad for a particular film, you know, things like Titanic and Four Weddings and a Funeral and E.T. I'm showing my age here, aren't I? Because even when E.T. came out, I was old enough to see sort of 18 plus films. Not that that was an 18 film or an adult rated film, of course, but it shows that even all of those years ago, I was, well, I'm not going to go and watch that when everybody else is going to watch it. Doesn't look that great to me anyway. You know, to hell with it. And although I didn't really think very much of E.T. even when I did go and see it, some of these other films that have been sort of people gone crazy mad for, and I've just sort of turned my nose up at them. Sometimes I've gone back to see them eventually after a few or many months or a few years when the fuss has died down, only to think, well, actually that wasn't too bad a film in actual fact. But I've just never felt the need to go along and do stuff at the same time when everybody else is doing it. And on reflection, is that part of the reason why I've been the way I've been over the last few years? Because I keep circling back to this question, you know, why is it that me and you have been able to see through the nonsense, you know, to see through the propaganda when no one else could? And is this one of the reasons? Do let me know in the comment section below if you've been like this all of your life as well. You know, tell me if you wanted to have a dry month, would January be the absolute last period of time when you do it, like me? So just could that be a factor? Could it be that we're so kind of stubborn and so kind of going against the flow type people, and always have been? Is this one of the reasons why we have sort of not gone along with the agenda over the last 4 years? So just a thought, tell me what you think. So before I go, just a couple of shout outs and updates on what I'm doing and what's going on. I'm going to be off in a little while to, you know, by the time this video comes out, I'm pre-recording it and putting it on an auto thing to go live at 5 p.m. and by then I'll be down to do or to shoot another one of my interviews. It's going to be a bit different. It's not an individual I'm interviewing this time, but a band. They're kind of a leading, I won't give too much away about who they are or anything at the moment, but they're a leading freedom band, very much into our cause and the way we think. So it'll be nice to spend a bit of time in the company of sort of like-minded people tonight. And the only thing is, I've never actually interviewed and filmed a band before, so to be honest with you, I'm not exactly sure how I'm going to do it and how it's going to pan out. I'm sure it will all work out in one way or another. I'll have to just see how things go when I get there. But I'm looking forward to it, and I'm looking forward to getting the interview up either on here, depends on sort of how much they say about various things, I guess. Might have to go on my Rumble channel instead, but hopefully it'll go on here, or some of it will anyway. So yeah, looking forward to that. And it's one of those, tonight, it's one of those things, you wait for a bus and then two come at once. It's that kind of scenario, because there's another event I was hoping to go to. Maybe you would like to attend it, although it's fairly short notice, but it's happening tonight in Dorking, and there's a pub there called The Bull, and they're having a talk there with various people, including Richard Vobes. I was hoping to get along with that, but then this band came back to me after quite a bit of toing and froing, because it's been quite difficult to organise this interview with them, and because there's 8 of them and they've got to all be there at the same time, and they came up with the same night. So as they were sort of first, I was dealing with them first. I'm sort of going with them, but it would have been nice to have gone to this Bull in Dorking event as well. But if you're near there and at a loose end tonight, I think that will be a good meeting to attend. And pity I can't be in 2 places at once, really. So with that, I'll sort of leave you to it. Got to get my cameras ready and bits and pieces ready, hop on the train down to Brighton for this interview. So very much looking forward to that, and hope to get the footage of that up online very soon for you. Tim from Fair Play Now, thanks for watching.